So today I'm gonna kind of recreate my own look. I did this look yesterday and I was like, oh, I need to do this again. So I'm going in with the Illuminating Veil by Danessa Myricks. This is a beautiful liquid highlighter that I love to underpaint with. So starting with it on the high points of my cheeks, and like I will bring it in under my eye. I have more normal skin. I love to have a really good glow. So with underpainting, what's great about that, if I could say, you could really lay down like the base of your glow. And a lot of times when I do this, I don't typically add a highlight if it's like a more simple day, because the glow really does come and shine through. This has really pretty like light pearlescent sparkles in it, nothing that feels metallic or like really textured on the skin, and it's just beautiful. So anywhere where I like a nice little glow, that's where I add this product. Then I tried the Armani Luminous Silk Glow Liquid Bronzer. Ma'am, this product is amazing. So they only have 3 shades, which is very unfortunate. They need to come out with more shades immediately. I have the deepest shade. However, I will say that this definitely runs deeper than I thought it would. So here's what it looks like. And I learned very quickly yesterday, a little bit goes a long way. You don't need nearly as much. So going in with a puff from Danessa. These puffs are amazing. You can literally blend out any formula of product. So yesterday when I wore this for the first time, I did add too much of the product, the liquid bronzer from Armani. So I was like, this probably would be really good to underpaint. And then I read the description of the product, and it was suggested that you can use it, you know, over your foundation, or you can underpaint with it. And I was like, this is probably gonna look stunning under foundation, because it'll give like, if I can say, the right amount of bronze. And if you do too much, you put foundation over top and you'll be just fine. But as you can see, it's really warming up my complexion, looking like I've been on the beach for a whole week straight. And this is really, really beautiful. So with the way that this bronzer is working and the depth that it's giving on my skin, I do think that this could work for maybe a shade or 2 deeper than me. Keep in mind that the bronzer is warm. So you gotta enjoy a warm bronze to enjoy this product. So placing this all along where I enjoy a good bronze, even gonna hit like the sides of my nose, and I'll probably, you know, go in and touch this up. But we've got a good base already started with highlighter and bronzer. Now, I tried this new foundation stick yesterday. It's by the brand called Glamazon Beauty. I met them at the makeup show. I hadn't heard of them, but apparently they're like the stuff, and they are. So I'm wearing their foundation stick in Sun-Kissed Tan, and y'all, the silkiness of this foundation, amazing. So I got 2 shades, and at first I thought the shade that I have on my face now was not gonna be deep enough, but I think it actually is. So, oh, look how beautiful it just blends into the skin. This formula lasts all day as well. So I had it on yesterday. I had it on for like 12 hours and probably a little bit longer, and it still looked really beautiful. For a cream foundation, my skin did not look oily. And as you can see, like I'm doing the same skin prep as I did yesterday in terms of like adding highlighter and my glowy skincare. And this formula did not look extra dewy at the end of the day. It looks so flawless. Like, I need this for my makeup artistry kit. I was like, this mixed with Vision Cream Cover from Danessa Myricks. Oh, you know I will be doing that as well. So, just stunning, just stunning. And since this foundation shade is a little deeper, hitting the neck, so we can have an even transition from the face to the neck. But do y'all see how great this puff is working? Like, is anybody recognizing the beauty of this puff? Ooh, it's stunning. So for concealer, I'm gonna go in with the Rare Beauty Under Eye Brightener. I am going to a birthday party, a kid's birthday party. So I don't want like the most coverage. I don't wanna look like I did too much. So this is what I'm gonna go in for concealer. And even though this is not like a concealing product, it does give us a little bit of coverage, but it adds a really good brightening effect, which is what I'm looking for. Going in with her smaller puff and blending that out. For bronzer, I'm gonna go back in with the Glamazon Stick Foundation, but I'm gonna go in with the deeper shade that I picked up, which is in Molten Pecan, and just kind of top the bronzer that we already have underneath, just to give a little bit more warmth. Not a lot, but just a smidge. So it really doesn't come off too deep. Like this would be a really good shade for me to wear if I did get a really good deep tan this summer. But right now, it works to just slightly bronze up the skin, just ever so slightly. But this formula blends into the skin like a dream. Oh, like a dream. Going in, Evolution Powder by Danessa Myricks. It is my go-to setting powder of choice because it is the most blurring, pore filling, lightest weight coverage powder I feel is on the market. It's just so flawless, and it does exactly what you need it to do with the least amount of powder. So your skin never looks overly dry, or it doesn't feel dry either, which I do not like. My under eye area is much drier than the rest of the skin on my face. And so it just can't handle extremely dry powders and drying powders. I tried a new powder a few days ago, and as soon as I placed it under my eyes, I literally felt like the skin was going, and I was like, oh heck no. It felt so tight under my eye because the powder was so drying. And I was like, I could see why people enjoy this powder because of the, like, I could tell it would be one of those powders that really set the skin. But my skin under my eyes was like, oh no, we can't handle this. I was like, I almost wanted to take all of my makeup off and was like, but I didn't have time. So I just took a bunch of setting spray to try to like moisten up the skin there again. But it felt dry. And I was like, I'm not about this life. Now I should have opened these before I came up here because now I'm wasting time. So for my eyes, I want to do a really quick eye look, and I want to go in with Danessa's Twin Flames. So this is a product that I don't think a lot of people talk about. Like even myself, I don't talk about it a lot, but it is such a dynamic and impactful product, and it can be used very intensely, or you can use it very light, and if I could say, make it more wearable. That's how I'm going to do it today. So here's the Twin Flames. This particular shade at the makeup show, people kept wanting, and I said, no, I don't have this shade. This is shade Everlasting. And I was like, well, I guess I need to get it because everybody is loving it. So this shade, a lot of people wanted at the makeup show. And when I swatched it, I was like, oh, I see why. Look at Everlasting. And look at the shifts of these Twin Flames. Like I have a few of them, and the shift. So I want to take this shade Everlasting, and then I want to take the shade that I have called Crazy For You. And if I remember correctly, I think Danessa said Crazy For You and Everlasting were like the go-to bridal shades. I think these were the shades. I could be wrong. But this is Crazy For You. I have a mini size of it. And, oh. Okay, so this is Crazy For You and this is Everlasting. But can y'all see the shifts of these two twin flames. I know. So what I'm gonna do is take my Kitco brush. This is the 1.27 brush, and I'm just gonna mix both of the shades together. Just mix them together. Get a really nice light coat of the products on my brush and blend it onto the eye. And that will be my eye look for today. Nothing crazy, but very simple, and it's going to be quite impactful. Let's go. And as you can see, this does not look intimidating, nor does it look like I couldn't wear this to work. Like, I would most definitely wear this to work, and it would just be like, oh, what's on your eyes? Honey, twin flames. But it's, what I love about the twin flames is just the impact that they have on the eye, and all of that shift. Like, we look like we're doing the most. Now, if you wanted to, you could wear it this intense on the eyes, especially if you're going for a look like that. Or you can take you a nice little fluffy brush like we have here, blend it out on the back of your hand, and then blend it onto the eye. And now look, you've got something so much more wearable that is, especially if you're someone that's like, I don't really like, intense makeup, but I feel like I want to try a product that gives me dimension and shift, but I just don't want to do too much. This is how you wear products like that. You just wear them at your comfort. And this is beautiful. And eye look is done. Doesn't it look like I did like way more than I should have? Because I didn't. I just used two products that did all the work for me. Amazing. Then I'm gonna go in with the Esom. This is the #1 Artistry eyeshadow palette. These are beautiful. So beautiful. So it's their all matte palette. I'm going to add a little bit of color on the lower lash line. So I think I want to go in with this nice plum shade. I am a full believer in rounding out the eye look. So I love adding just a little bit of a powder on the lower lash line. Just to like I said, round out the eye, give the eye some closure. And I won't keep it looking this intense, so we'll blend this out after application. This is a Kitco 1.13 brush if you were interested. And then I'll just take a clean blending brush. This is the Kitco 0.3 brush, and we're just gonna blend this out so it's not too harsh. And as a matter of fact, let's go in with this lighter, like lavender shade. I'll just add a tiny bit on the brush, and then we can use that to blend out this deeper shade. I love going in with a lighter shade of an eyeshadow and blending out a deeper shade with it, just to have transition, and it takes away the harshness of the deeper shade a lot easier, in my opinion, than just blending out that shade by itself. Now, it all depends on what you're going for. Like, if I want to keep the intensity of a shade, I won't blend it out with a lighter shade. But on a day like today where I'm not wanting like the most intense eye, I'll go in with a lighter shade to blend out a deeper shade. And then I just want to take a little bit of the deeper shade and just tap it on the upper lid, outer corner, just to kind of like bring some uniformity to the eye, and just blend it ever so slightly, like nothing intense, but just a little bit. But the mattes in this Esom palette blend so beautifully. Like, I wanted this palette because I was like, I really don't have an all matte palette that I can easily travel with, that I can easily reach for, that will have the shades that I want and need. And this one does, and it's really, really nice. So I would recommend this one for sure. So now I'm going to go in with the Shun de Cherise setting spray. Well, it's her Beauty Water Fix It spray. So you can use it to set your makeup, but I like to use it to refresh my makeup and almost as a final step before setting my makeup. It really helps to mesh my powders together, and it's got like a nice fresh scent to it as well. But I love the way it like mixes everything on my face together, and it adds like just a slight bit of radiance to the face as well. So I love it. So now I'm gonna go in with her brow gel. It is my favorite brow gel and really the only brow gel that I use. So I'm just going in with a disposable spoolie. I like to bend the tip of the spoolie because I feel like it just makes it easier for me to apply the brow gel. I apply brow gel before using my brow pencil, and I love the way it looks. I find that I use less of my brow pencil when I apply a brow gel first, because I get my brows where they need to go. I can easily see where I need to apply the brow product. And I don't know, and I can get my hairs to be where I want them to be, because my brows be really non-cooperative. They really do. So as the brow gel is drying, because I don't like to do all of that at the same time, let's do a blush. What are we gonna do for blush? Let's go in with Esam's blush palette. So this is their number 9 Accentuate Blush Palette. This is really beautiful. Matte blushes, they blend out really, really nicely. So what shade should we wear? I wore these two yesterday, and let's go with this one, because that looks like the purple that I put on my eye on the lower lash line. So these blend out really, really nicely as well. This is a My Kitco 0.11 brush. So when I was at the makeup show, I brought a lot of My Kitco brushes because I love their brand of brushes, and they were having a little bit of a sale too, so I was like, perfect. And they're a European-based brand, so the shipping is not bad at all from their website, because I bought from their website, but I was like, they're here, I might as well. And so I did. But yes, these blushes blend out really beautiful as well, and they melt into the skin. I'm hoping you all can see this melting action of these blushes. And then let's add, do we want to add another blush shade? I feel like we need to add another blush shade. So let's, maybe that one. Let's go in with that one right here on the apples of the cheek. Okay, very light, but it's building. And it's not coming off as cool as I thought it was, which I'm happy about. Yeah, that's really pretty. Okay, I'm glad I did that. I like. I'm not gonna show you all me filling in my brows. That's just the most boring thing that y'all can watch. But I am gonna go back in with my puff that I applied my foundation and concealer with, and we're just gonna blend out these edges right here of the blush so that we just have a more seamless blend. So I'm gonna go fill in brows, do tight line, mascara. I'll show you the products that I use, but I'm just not gonna record it because, like I said, it's the most boring thing ever. I'll be back. Okay, so for my eyeliner and tight line, Loreal sent over a really beautiful PR package of eyeliners, lipsticks, and primers. So this is their Infallible Grip eyeliner in the shade Emerald Green. So I thought that would be really nice to add in the waterline because there are, little flecks of green in my eyeshadow. And then for mascara, I've been loving mixing the Tarte tubing mascara with the Fenty Beauty Hella Thick Volumizing Mascara. So that's what's on the lashes. And then for brows, my favorite brow pencil right now is the Valentino 3-in-1 brow pencil. So really quickly, you got your spoolie, the actual brow pencil, and then on the other side is this really small pen-like felt tip pen. Did a whole bunch of words for nothing. To give you like natural stroke-like hairs in the brows. So that's what the brows are doing today. And then they lip. So I'm going in with the Bossy Cosmetics, their liquid lipstick in the shade Subtle. They sent over some new shades and I love their lip products. So this is like a mauve tone shade. Yes, yes. And it looks like it's going to look very great with the blush that we used. So let me get my mirror. This name Subtle fits this shade perfectly. It's a liquid lipstick formula. You can actually see it drying down as time is passing, but it's thinner, so it doesn't feel heavy or thick or like excessively drying on the lips. This is a really, really beautiful formula of liquid lipstick. And you know, as always, if you like the shade but you want to give it a little gloss, you can always top a gloss on top. And if you want, the formula is buildable, so if you wanted a more intense shade, I have a mirror over here, that's why I keep looking off to the side. You could do that. But this is giving me what I want. Y'all, let me do my hair, throw on some clothes. Oh, one more thing, I'm gonna go back in with another setting spray. So this is the Forever Mist, the Dewy Forever Mist Hydrating Setting Spray. So I'm gonna go in with this. This is my final setting spray. I probably shouldn't be talking. Hold on. I like this one because it's hydrating, but it's gonna set my face and mesh everything else together. So I think this is the look we're going for. You know, this is giving like, oh wait, no, there's one more thing I wanna do. So here's my tip. When you want like glowy skin, but you don't want to have like oily looking skin, but you want all the glow. So there's a couple more things I want to do. Okay, see, I thought I was done and I'm not done. So I want to go in, do I want to do this first or second? Actually, let me just, see, I don't know what I want to do. Okay, so when I want glowy skin, but I don't want to look like I've got dewy skin, I'm going to take a nice thin highlighting powder and buff it into the skin. So this is the Inlight powder in the shade Serenity, Danessa Myricks. So this is what the powder looks like. I don't want it to fall. So I take what's in the cap and take a buffing brush. This is the Sonia G Buffer Pro. So it's got a flat head, and so I can get the product on the head, tap off the excess, because I need it to buff. I don't want a whole lot of product, right? Because we're putting this all over the face. And then I go, start at the cheeks, because I don't mind the concentration being the most here, and then buff it in everywhere. Get it on the forehead. And look at this side. Ah! Did y'all see it? I know you saw it. So just going back into the cap, tapping off the excess, and buff. And the areas of my face where I want the least amount of glow, that's where I hit last. Okay? Look at the skin. We're glowing. We're getting all of the juiciness of this. Love it. I'm at a little bit more here. Okay, and then the last, actually I got two more things I want to do. The second to the last thing I want to do is add a little bit of a highlight. So I'm going to go in with Danessa's Halo powder. So the Halo powder gives you way more impact. Okay, what shade I want to go in? Now I don't know what shade I want to go in. So I have two. I have Fire. No, this is Heat, and this is Fire. Y'all. Okay, so which shade do I want to do? Looks like Heat. Maybe I'll do both. Okay, so let me open it up. Now, how I'm gonna open this up with these nails? I'm gonna go in with my Kitco 0.11 brush, the brush that I used to apply my blush. So these powders, oh, y'all not ready. You're not ready. Let me show you a swatch, okay? All right. Look at this. Look at how like beautiful this is. Now this is one of those products too that you can wear intensely, or you could wear it, blend it out, and just looking like perfection. So same method, taking what's on the cap, tapping it off the excess, and then we're gonna tap right here. Oh my goodness me. Look at that. Oh, this brings me so much joy. So much joy. Okay, other side. Just stunning. Oh, just stunning. Just add maybe a little bit right here. Just whatever's on the brush. Y'all, let me see what this looks like from afar. You can't tell me nothing with this skin. Now I'm gonna go back in with the Dewy Forever Mist, because like after I put all my powders on, I do like to finish off with the setting spray. So last step. And guys, the finished look is done. I hope that you like this tutorial. I did add a little gloss over the lip. I went in with the Lancome Juicy Tubes. This is in the shade Magic Spell, just to give a little zhuzh to the lip. But I hope that you enjoyed this video. All of the products that I used, I will definitely recommend all of them because they're amazing products, and you know, the glow, it leaves such a beautiful one. So I will check you out next time. Let me know if you like tutorials like this. I would love to do more of them. So just leave them in the comments below. Bye.